Maranatha, my PBC family and friends. Pastor Brian here with another quick bite, living the word. Today, our words are going to come from Romans chapter 12, and we'll be looking together at just verse 12 at Romans chapter 12. I know it's one verse that's kind of right in the middle of a bigger thought, but why this come to my mind is this is one that I know my family needs to hear today. I need to hear today, and so I'm thinking that if we need to hear that, perhaps maybe there's somebody else out there with us who needs to hear this as well. So Romans chapter 12, verse 12, and just read this verse with me, people. It says, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking to myself, we're going through a health trial right now in our household. All three of us are being attacked in different ways and being tried in different ways. And I think that it's important for us to remember in seasons, and it comes in seasons. But listen to what he says there. He says, rejoicing in hope. We rejoice in the hope that we have. And then, of course, he closes it there. He says, continuing instant in prayer. But then he has this one thing right in the middle. He says, patient in tribulation. And if you're anything like me, one of the things I have the hardest time with is patience. I don't have a problem with trials. I understand why trials come, and I even rejoice in my trials because I know that it means that either I'm being effective for the kingdom or God's chastising me. Either way, I know that this is the Lord's working in my life. But what is really frustrating is when the patience part of that, right? I mean, it's like, okay, Lord, I get the trial. Let's get it over with. Let's figure out what's going on and let's move on. And sometimes he's just like, no, be patient in that trial. Just wait and endure through it. Don't get too anxious. Don't get too excited about what it might be or what it might not be about. Just wait on me and see what I'm going to do. So if you happen to be one of those people right now who's going through some tribulation, some trial right now in your own life, can I encourage you as well? Let's just be patient together and see what God's going to do. Because our God is an amazing God, and He has the plans laid out for us. He has the path laid before us, and all He's desiring for us to do is to be patient and walk in His way and see what He's going to do on the other side of it. I think about the impatience that the Israelites could have displayed with the Egyptians when they were pressed down hard against the Red Sea. They could have come up with their own plans. They could have overthrown Moses. They could have laid down their and ran back for mercy or for forgiveness from Pharaoh and to a harder place. But they had to patiently endure that trial. Just wait and see what God's going to do. And when He opens up the door, it's going to be so obvious why He had us endure in the first place. Is so we can learn to trust. So I encourage you as always. And also, of course, don't forget, in the midst of your trial, continue to pray. Call out to God, seek Him. I hope this encourages you all. As always, remember that I love you, we love you, God loves you, and God's got this.